Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Igala people worldwide. My name is Ambassador Dr. Ayagba Dojo, the ambassador of Attah Igala. Okay, so I am also the official historian of Igala Kingdom, and I want to discuss briefly about one important, simple, but again delicate topic, which is why it is only the descendant of Ayegba or Maidoku that can become Attah Igala. Okay, yes. Sometimes you hear some of us say, "Oh, this is supposed to be this. We were robbed. We're supposed to rule. Okay, why is it not coming to us again? Let all of us contest." You see, we have forgotten the origin of this kinship system. If you don't have the knowledge of the beginning, you will be assuming many things to be wrong, even the ones that are right. Okay, and that is why I'm taking us to the beginning. Remember that the title Attah, historically originated from the name of our ancestor called King Attah, also called Digit, who ruled, who was the fourth king of the first dynasty rulers of ancient Egypt. And he was said to have ruled from 3000 to 2990 BC or around that time. Okay, so now if that was the beginning of this, and that is why even till date, you see that the crown of Attah Igala is the same crown having red and white of ancient Egypt, Egyptian kings, okay, including the cobra image in front of this. Okay, so we did not start this. Even Igala, this tribe, started from Gala. So, and that is why we have Igala Kingdom in Uganda, Igara in Kenya, Gara in South Sudan, Elgara, okay, Algara in Egypt to date. We are the same people irrespective of any variation that we've seen today. And so if we are the same people, we have to go behind to look at how it was done then. Now, the ancestor or the progenitor of Igala people was Attah. Attah was a king. I mean, okay, he was a pharaoh too. Please note that pharaoh does not mean, pharaoh was not a name of a person, or it's not a name of a person. Pharaoh means the great house, like palace, okay? So let us not just judge from the religious aspect that gives shallow meaning to it, to think that pharaoh, anyone identified with pharaoh is a bad person. No. Pharaoh means great house, like palace, okay? Good. So, our ancestor was a king, all right? And himself had a father, and the father was a king. His father was Dija, okay, also known as Atet, who was also the son of Teta or Ahon, who was also the son of Nema. Nema was the first king of the United Egyptian Kingdom. He combined the lower and upper Egypt, which made the crown to be the combination of red and white instead of the red, okay, like the lower Egypt that made use of red. And that is why you see all our traditional rulers making use of red caps today, because this has been there from the beginning. We got this red cap from there. You see some Egyptian pharaohs of lower Egypt do this, their images. You see that they wear red cap. I hope we all know. So we should start from there to know how all these things started. The beads we are wearing, the coronation processes like the trek and the log trek of Attah Igala that is doing today, even the burning of the house at Ogolao. Do we know that we took all this from that place? Okay, so or when any Attah joins the ancestors, he sleeps for 3 months or 70 days. Did we know that we got that one from ancient Egypt? That is where we have to go and dig it from. How about a burial boat or funeral boat? Attah is forbidden from entering a canoe except when he is traveling to the underworld. The same thing happened in those days in ancient Egypt. It is only during the burial that the pharaoh will enter the canoe. So the royal burial ground, which is called the Valley of the Kings, like we have the Ojaina here. So are we looking at all these things? So anything we are doing, we should trace it to that place. Now, these people I have mentioned, the Attah, the Teta, and others, some of them had many wives. You can go and check later. The video is running fast, so I don't want to discuss much. Okay, some had many wives, and the way it was that it was only one person that can be taken. Now you see that Nema was the father of Attah. Attah was the father of King Attah, who was the father of King Attah, our own progenitor. So there was no particular man that the children, okay, ruled. No particular two persons of the same father. Are we getting this? No particular two persons. So you go and check Nema, okay, then to Attah, to Attah, or Nema, to Ahon, to Dija, to Dijet. These are the other names. You go and check. So they were father to son, and that was how it continued. So other brothers, I know, because someone who was having two children, okay, two wives or more, cannot be said that they don't have other children. But those ones, the law was that in their own time, if your father was not a Attah or a pharaoh, you can no longer be pharaoh, maybe except on rare conditions. Okay? In most cases, it was first children or the first sons. So first child, so to say. And that was why we had some females to be kings. Okay? Like Queen Sobek-Neferu, Haseptu, and others. So they said it must be the first child, the oldest. So these were the various laws. But having many to rule, okay, it should be based on condition. But now, assuming the laws, okay, were given that everyone should contest, it means you will see that many of them would have, at least you see some from far away, maybe 3 children of the same person being Pharaoh. So that had been clear that your father, okay, must be Attah. And in our own case, so recently, either your father or your grandfather or a great-grandfather, according to the new law, to include the remaining 2 ruling houses. All right? So if these laws were made to stop at your great-grandfather, it means it will stop there. Not you that your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather ruled. So it is a law. It's not about hatred. There is no one hating. There is no one making the new things today. All right? And some will say that why is it that everyone is not allowed to do this? It is not about the present people. This law, these rules have been handed down from generations to generations. So and that is why it is good we quickly look at the origin. You go and ask yourself, the red cap, the long trek, why is it that when Attah dies or traditional ruler dies, they don't bury them quickly? They don't announce them quickly. Okay, talking about the case of Attah, why using, doing the burial, taking how many months, okay, how many days before that can be done? Why not early? Okay, then search again that of ancient Egyptian mummification. By the time we do this, we'll be able to know why it is only the descendant of Ayegba Maiduko. And these descendants, not those that Ayegba was far, okay, ahead. Maybe Ayegba was the great-great-great-great-grandfather. No. Those ones, again, cannot even rule. So if we say even the descendant of Ayegba, there are groups that can rule. So we should know the reason why no other ruling, no other family or clan again can rule apart from the progenies or the descendants of Ayegba or Maiduko. I hope this is going to educate many of our people, so that we should not be causing unnecessary problems or arguments between ourselves. Thank you.